So in this presentation we are going to discuss the cost time trade-off in network analysis. Very important concept as far as network analysis is concerned. In some projects such as defense projects, it is desirable to cut down the duration of the project at the expense of cost, right? Cost now is not much of importance as far as the important factor as far as these projects is concerned. One important extension to the basic network analysis technique relates to project cost or project time trade-off, right? So that is very important concept, as I said. Now in this extension to the basic method, we assume that for each activity completion time can be reduced, of course within the limits, by spending more money on the activity. So this thing we are going to assume that the activity duration or activity uh, completion time for that particular activity, it can be reduced by using more resources के लिए हम लोगों को ज़्यादा पैसा लगेगा. In other word, it means that the completion time can be reduced by spending more money on that particular activity. Of course this will happen within the limit. As I said, आप लोग activity duration को zero नहीं कर सकते हो, right? Essentially each activity now has, because of this particular assumption, essentially each activity now has more than one possible completion time depending upon how much money we are willing to spend on it. So depending upon your money, you may crash that activity by 1 day, or you may crash that activity by 2 days, and so on, of course within the limits. So each activity now has more than one possible completion time. The concept of cost analysis is based on the cost versus activity duration curve as illustrated below. एक curve अभी मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगा एक इसके next slide में, where you can see the relationship between the cost and the activity duration. A common assumption is to say that for each activity the completion time can lie in a range with a linear relationship holding between cost and activity completion time within this range. As I said, within limits we can crash the activity. Up to certain limit we can crash the activity. So this within limit, this limit in which there exists the linear relationship between the cost and the activity completion time. In other words, as you increase the cost, the activity completion time is going to reduce, right? So there exists the relationship, linear relationship between the cost and the activity completion time. So this is the curve that I was talking about. You can see that on x-axis you have time or duration of the activity, and here you have the cost, right? So this is cost and this is time. Now normal time means your expected time in PERT analysis, or the time duration, activity time duration given to us in CPM analysis. So that is normal time without using extra resources. The time required to complete the project or time required to complete that particular activity is nothing but your normal time, right? So indicated by B, right? So that is normal point, which involves the normal time as well as normal cost. So normal cost से लेते हुए अगर हम लोग कोई activity complete करते हैं, then it is known as that time is nothing but your normal time. But as I said, sometimes we have to reduce the normal time. We have to complete that particular activity earlier than the normal time. For that we have to use more resources. That means we need more money, we need to spend more money. सो जैसे जैसे हम लोग पैसा बढ़ाएंगे, दैट मीन्स इफ़ नॉर्मल कॉस्ट से हम लोग जैसे जैसे आगे जाएंगे, दैट मीन्स इफ़ वी इंक्रीज द कॉस्ट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी, दिस टाइम इज गोइंग टू रिड्यूस, बट अप टू सर्टन लिमिट. So you can see that from B to A, that means this relationship is linear, and this relationship is because if we increase the cost, this time is going to be decrease. That means as the cost is increasing, the time is decreasing, and that means there exists a linear relationship between the time and the cost, but up to certain limit. So that limit is denoted by this point A. This point is indicates that after that, even if you increase the cost, even if we increase the cost, this crash time, that means the time will not reduce further. ऐसा एक टाइम आएगा आपके प्रोजेक्ट ड्यूरेशन के कैलकुलेशन में वेयर यू विल फाइंड दैट even if you increase the cost, the time will not reduce further, right? Such a point is known as crash point. And there exists a linear relationship between the point A and B. Of course, this curve is a linear curve for this particular part, and there exists a linear relationship between time and the cost. So up to this point, beyond this, even if you increase the cost, that means even if you spend more money to complete the given activity or the project, still that time will not reduce further. So that is what I have written here. Each activity of the project consumes some resources and hence has a cost associated with it. In most of the cases, cost of an activity will vary to some extent with the amount of time consumed by the activity. The cost of total project, which is aggregate of the activity cost, will also depend on the project duration time. Thus, by increasing the cost, the project duration can be cut down to some extent, but after that, cutting the duration is not desirable or it may not be possible. Not desirable means because the cost is going to increase, or it may not be possible. That means even if you spend more time, reduction is not possible, time reduction is not possible. Such a point is called as crash point, not crashed point, but crash point. Okay. The aim is always to strike a balance between the cost and time to obtain an optimum project schedule, right? So that is our aim, that is our objective as far as network analysis is concerned. We have to strike a balance between the cost and the time. And optimum project schedule implies that lowest possible cost and the minimum possible time for the project, right? This combination is nothing but our optimum project schedule, nothing but our optimum solution as far as network analysis is concerned. Of course, for the purpose of simplicity in analysis, some assumptions are made which are as follows. Cost time curve for all the activities are of the form shown in the above figure. So जो अभी हम लोगों ने just एक curve देखा था, so cost time curve will follow that particular curve, right? So will follow that figure where there is a reduction in time as you increase the cost, as you spend more, and that relationship is linear. And of course, that reduction, as I said, is possible up to certain point. That point is known as crash point. Crash time imposes the condition that the duration of the activity cannot be reduced further, right? So that is what we have seen also. Beyond that, reduction is not possible. That point is known as our crash point also. For the part AB of the curve, the cost varies almost linearly. That means linear relationship exists between the cost and the duration. So on the basis of that, we have seen normal cost, we have seen normal time, cost, crash time, crash cost. So on the basis of that, we are going to define certain basic concepts. Also along with that, the total cost is there, which is nothing but the direct plus indirect cost, and then we will try to find out, as I said, our ultimate aim is to obtain the optimum project schedule or optimum solution to given network analysis. So for that, these definitions are important. So let us see one by one. The first is normal time and cost. I have already told you what is meant by normal time as well as cost. The minimum time required to carry out an activity without allocating extra resources. Extra की बात कर रहा हूँ. Activity time है, activity is going to consume your resources, no doubt about that, but without allocating resources, the minimum time required to carry out that activity is known as normal time, and the cost corresponding to it is known as normal cost. तो यहाँ पे extra cost या extra resources हम लोग नहीं use कर रहे हैं. So without using extra resources, the time or the minimum time required to complete that activity is known as normal time, and the cost corresponding to it to complete that particular activity is known as normal cost. So this is nothing but normal time and normal cost. At the same time, in CPM, the given activity duration is taken as the normal time. मैंने अभी आप लोगों को बताया था कि our normal activity duration in CPM analysis is taken as normal time, whereas in PERT it is the expected time duration, that is TE, which is obtained by combining three different activity time. That is, PERT में 3 टाइम एस्टिमेट्स दिया होता है, ऑप्टिमिस्टिक, पेसिमिस्टिक एंड मोस्ट लाइकली. इनको कंबाइन करते हुए वी ऑब्टेन वन सिंगल टाइम एस्टिमेट नोन एज एक्सपेक्टेड टाइम. So expected time is taken as a normal time in PERT analysis, right? At the same time, crash cost and time is also there. The normal time of an activity can be reduced by incurring additional costs by spending more resources, employing more resources, right? So you have to spend more, right? So that is nothing but our additional cost. This additional cost may be due to increase in extra machinery or labor force, or the any other extra resources required. So that additional resources is nothing but basically the crash cost. This reduction, that means the reduction in time, is called as crashing. However, there is a minimum value beyond which the activity duration cannot be reduced even using the additional cost, right? So even if we spend more, that reduction in duration is not possible sometimes. So such a point is called as crash point, and the cost attached with that particular point is known as crash cost, and the time is known as crash time, beyond which the further crashing is not possible. So that is known as crash cost and crash time. So नॉर्मल कॉस्ट, नॉर्मल टाइम, क्रैश कॉस्ट, क्रैश टाइम, ये जो अभी तक हम लोगों ने देखा, दैट वाज अबाउट द एक्टिविटी. यूजिंग देम वी कैन कैलकुलेट होल project normal time as well as cost, right? So addition of those things will give you project normal time cost as well as project crash time and cost. So first we will see project normal time and cost. The sum of normal cost gives the project normal cost, and sum of normal time for the activity gives the project normal time. So जो भी addition हम लोग time का करेंगे, end में जो time मिलेगा, that is nothing but our project normal time, as well as cost is there. If we add those cost values, then you will get the project normal cost value. As I said, similar to project normal time and cost, project crash time and cost is also there, right? So similarly, the sum of crash cost gives us project crash cost, and sum of crash time for the, of course, activity gives the project crash time, right? So end में हम लोग project crash time as well as cost निकाल सकते हैं by just adding all those crash cost for the project crash cost, and time अगर ऐड करेंगे तो you will get project crash time. Now the total cost, as I said, we will require the total cost, which is the addition of direct cost and indirect cost to arrive at a optimum project schedule, that is nothing but our optimum solution. So the total cost of any project consists of direct cost and indirect cost. It is the sum of direct and indirect cost. So what is meant by direct cost? The direct cost is directly dependent upon the amount of resources involved in the execution of individual activities, right? So that means this is the cost, required for the machinery, equipment, and other resources which are required to perform the particular activity. So direct cost का मतलब है ये जो सभी resources which are required to perform the activity, the cost required for such resources is nothing but the direct cost. So naturally, since direct cost is nothing but the cost of material, equipment, and labor, etc., required to perform that particular activity. Naturally, if we uh, यूज़ मोर रिसोर्सेस, दैट मीन्स अगर हम लोगों को ज़्यादा रिसोर्सेस लग रहे हैं तो हम लोगों को ज़्यादा कॉस्ट लगेगी, एंड दैट कॉस्ट इज़ नथिंग बट अवर डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट. सो इन अदर वर्ड वी कैन से दैट डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट डिक्रीजेस विथ टाइम अप टू सर्टन पॉइंट. दैट मीन्स अगर टाइम अगर हम लोग बढ़ाएंगे तो आप लोग ये डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट को कम कर सकते हो, बिकॉज उस केस में अगर टाइम ज़्यादा हम लोग ले सकते हैं, दैट मीन्स हम लोग डिले अगर एक्टिविटी कर सकते हैं, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि हम रिसोर्सेस कम यूज़ कर सकते हैं. रिसोर्सेस अगर हम लोग कम यूज़ कर सकते हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि कॉस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू दैट पर्टिकुलर रिसोर्सेस उसको हम लोग डिक्रीज कर सकते हैं. एंड देयरफॉर इट इज़ एज्यूम दैट डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट डिक्रीजेस विथ टाइम, of course up to certain point. Now there exists indirect cost also. These are nothing but the overhead cost, administrative cost जिसको बोला जा सकता है, that is nothing but the indirect cost. These are the overhead cost. For example, expenditure on accommodation, penalty for delay in work, general and administrative expenses, license fee, and so on, right? So ये admin cost होता है, indirect cost होता है. So you can see that if the project is delayed, ये कॉस्ट बढ़ जाएगा, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स इट assumes that indirect cost increases linearly with time, of course again with up to certain point again. So that means because these are the indirect cost which depends indirectly on the days of the work. तो अगर प्रोजेक्ट डिले हो गया तो आपका पेनल्टी फॉर डिले बढ़ जाएगी. देन एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन अकोमोडेशन, अगर लेबर को हम लोगों को अकोमोडेशन देना है वो बढ़ जाएगा. सो ये इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट बढ़ता जाएगा जैसे जैसे प्रोजेक्ट डिले होता जाएगा. इन अदर वर्ड जैसे जैसे टाइम बढ़ेगा इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट भी बढ़ता जाएगा. सो डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट कम होता है, इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट बढ़ता है विद टाइम, एंड द कंबाइनिंग दिस टू विल गिव यू द टोटल कॉस्ट. सो नाउ अभी आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा होगा कि टाइम एक जगह बढ़ रहा है तो डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है, एंड इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट कम हो रहा है, इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है. तो यू हैव टू फाइंड दैट पॉइंट वेयर द टोटल कॉस्ट विच इज नथिंग बट द सम ऑफ डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट, दैट टोटल कॉस्ट is minimal, and that is nothing but our optimum project schedule or optimum solution in the case of network analysis. Now the cost slope, we are going to prefer that activity जहाँ पे extra time extra cost कम लग रहा है. extra cost for what? To reduce the activity duration. दैट मीन्स क्रैशिंग के लिए जो कॉस्ट लग रहा है, क्रैश करने के लिए जो एक्स्ट्रा हम लोगों को कॉस्ट लग रहा है, वो जहाँ पे कम होगा दैट एक्टिविटी विल बी प्रिफर्ड, एंड दैट एक्टिविटी is given by the cost slope, which is nothing but the rate of cost increase with per unit decrease in activity time, right? So as this ratio will give us one value, एंड जहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा कॉस्ट स्लोप रहेगा उसको हम लोग प्रिफर करेंगे, बिकॉज कॉस्ट स्लोप इज नथिंग बट द रेट ऑफ कॉस्ट इंक्रीज विथ पर यूनिट डिक्रीज इन एक्टिविटी टाइम। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर 10 दिन का एक्टिविटी है, उसको 9 दिन करने के लिए, दैट मीन्स आई एम रिड्यूसिंग बाय 1 डे, आई नीड दैट कॉस्ट लूप विल बी गिवन। सिमिलरली एक दूसरी एक्टिविटी है जहाँ पे 10 डेज से 9 डे करने के लिए मुझे फिर से कुछ एक वैल्यू लग रही है, कॉस्ट लग रही है, दैट कॉस्ट लूप विल बी अगेन कैलकुलेटेड। और जहाँ पे कॉस्ट लूप कम रहेगा, दैट एक्टिविटी आई एम गोइंग टू प्रीफर। So the rate of cost increase with per unit decrease in activity time is known as cost slope. Therefore, cost slope is given by delta C upon delta T, which is nothing but crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time. So if we calculate, that is nothing but the rate of cost increase with per unit decrease in activity time. So that can be evident from this formula also. So cost slope can be calculated using this formula, right? Now this is basically the curve that shows the relationship between the total cost, indirect cost, direct cost, as well as the optimum cost. So you can see that here on x-axis we have project duration and here we have project cost. As I said, as the time indirect cost, that as the time is going to increase, indirect cost is going to increase. At the same time डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज, ये हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी देखा हुआ है, एज द टाइम इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, राइट। सो ये दोनों, एक चीज इंक्रीज होते हुए जा रही है, एक चीज डिक्रीज होते हुए जा रही है अप टू सर्टन पॉइंट, एंड एडिशन ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट एंड डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट इज नथिंग बट द टोटल कॉस्ट। नाउ आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट वी वांटेड टू फाइंड आउट ऑप्टिमम प्रोजेक्ट ड्यूरेशन। ऑप्टिमम प्रोजेक्ट ड्यूरेशन का मतलब है the optimum project schedule. It means the optimum cost as well as optimum duration. In other word, minimum possible time with minimum possible cost. Now how to obtain that? So this basically curve gives the answer to that particular question. You can see the curve total cost. Now this total cost is reducing up to certain point, or if you see, this is the total cost, this is reducing up to certain point even if you reduce the project duration. project duration को अगर मैं reduce करता जाऊँ तो भी total cost कुछ देर तक वो reduce होता हुआ जा रहा। but after that if I reduce the project duration further, you will find that after certain point that total cost is going to again increase, right? so इस तरह से एक curve हम लोगों को मिल रहा है which is nothing but the total cost. So you can see that there exists one tangent which is parallel to our project duration axis which meets that total cost. So this point जहाँ पे वो tangent meet कर रहा है, this particular point, that point will give me the optimum project schedule. That means that point will give me optimum duration and that optimum cost also, right? So this is basically that particular relationship between the direct cost, indirect cost and total cost. Total cost ultimately will give us the optimum solution of the given problem, right? So the total project curve is plotted by taking cost on y-axis and duration on x-axis. The total project cost curve has a point where tangent to the curve becomes parallel to the duration axis, right? So that duration axis को जो tangent parallel है, I am talking about that tangent. The time and cost corresponding to this point are called as optimum duration and optimum cost for the project respectively. So that is nothing but our optimum solution. Now how to do that? ये सब जो हम लोगों ने definitions देखी है, but how to do that? What should be the steps we should follow so that systematically we will reduce the project duration also with minimum possible cost, and ultimately we will reach our optimum solution. Though this whole procedure where we try to reduce the project duration is known as crashing the network. We try to crash the activity duration time, that's why this is known as crashing the network. So reducing an activity completion time is known as crashing the activity, right? In the process of crashing, we try to achieve optimum duration and cost. The time given by the critical path is the total project duration. I have already told you that that is the maximum possible time required to complete the project. So if we have to reduce the project duration, we have to select the activities in the critical path and reduce their time. ये भी मैंने आप लोगों को ऑलरेडी बताया कि why we concentrate on critical activities, क्योंकि अगर वो डिले करेंगे तो प्रोजेक्ट डिले होगा. यही लॉजिक को अगर हम लोग दूसरे एंगल से देखेंगे तो अगर ये एक्टिविटीज़ हम लोग पहले फिनिश करेंगे तो टोटल प्रोजेक्ट ड्यूरेशन कम हो जाएगा. So therefore we have to reduce the project duration. If we have to reduce the project duration, we have to reduce the time as far as that critical activity is concerned. So we have to select the activities in the critical path and select their time, reduce their time also. By reducing the time of the activity, we can rearrange them so that the total project duration is reduced. While crashing the activity, we reach a point called as optimum point, which will give optimum cost and optimum duration of the project. So this point basically is a point जहाँ आप लोग फर्दर रिडक्शन नहीं कर सकते और इवन इफ यू डू फर्दर रिडक्शन कॉस्ट विल इंक्रीज. इफ यू जस्ट लेट मी शो यू दैट नेटवर्क डायग्राम. ये रिडक्शन जब हम लोग प्रोजेक्ट, दिस इज द टाइम राइट, एक्स एक्सिस. सो यहाँ से अगर मैं रिड्यूस करता हुआ जा रहा हूँ तो यू कैन सी दैट टोटल कॉस्ट रिड्यूस हो रही है. सो टाइम भी रिड्यूस हो रहा है और कॉस्ट भी रिड्यूस हो रहा है. अब नाउ आई रीच अ पॉइंट दिस. सो दिस इज द ड्यूरेशन, दैट पॉइंट का ड्यूरेशन ये है. नाउ इफ आई रिड्यूस बियॉन्ड दिस पॉइंट ऑल्सो, इवन इफ यूजिंग सम एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट, अगर मैं इसको रिड्यूस करना चाहूँ तो यू विल फाइंड दैट total cost start increasing. So we have to find that point जहाँ पे further reduction possible नहीं है, and even if you reduce the activity time, cost is going to increase. तो हम लोग वो भी point को prefer नहीं करेंगे. हम वो point को prefer करेंगे जहाँ पे total cost minimum है as well as project duration भी minimum है, right? So that is what we wanted to do. And crashing the network, that method that we are going to see now will give us that particular method where we can reach a point known as optimum point, which will give us the optimum cost as well as optimum duration of the project. Steps are very simple. The first, we have to determine the critical path considering the normal time of the activity, right? So if the critical path is not identified, we have to identify the critical path, and that project duration will give us the normal project duration, right? So of course, to calculate that, we will consider our normal time of the activity, and I have already told you that in CPM analysis, normal time of the activity is nothing but the activity duration, whereas in PERT analysis, the normal time of the activity is nothing but the TE, that is expected time. Once we determine the critical path, then we calculate the cost loop for the different activities on the critical path using the formula for cost loop. Cost loop का formula आप लोगों को पता है, delta C upon delta T, right? So using that, we will calculate the cost loop for which activities, which are critical activities, right? बाकी सब एक्टिविटीज़ के लिए कॉस्ट लोप नहीं निकाला तो भी चलता है, राइट? बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली वी वांटेड टू रिड्यूस द एक्टिविटी ड्यूरेशन फॉर द क्रिटिकल एक्टिविटी. सो कॉस्ट, उसमें से कौन से एक्टिविटी को पहले क्रैश करना है ये समझने के लिए, ये जानने के लिए वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द कॉस्ट लोप. सो वी विल कैलकुलेट द कॉस्ट लोप फॉर डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज ऑन द क्रिटिकल पाथ यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला. देन वी विल रैंक द एक्टिविटीज in the ascending order of the cost slope. This should be slope, okay? So in the ascending order of the cost slope, we will rank the activities. So सबसे कम पहला लिखेंगे, पहला रैंक रहेगा जिसका सबसे कम कॉस्ट स्लोप रहेगा. देन द सेकंड विल हैव द second minimum will be given the rank 2, and so on. Now we will try to reduce the duration, activity duration, known as crashing of that activity. So how to do that? So the step number 4 will give the answer: crash the activities on the critical path as per ranking. That is, by crashing the activities having the lowest cost slope first, and then next, and so on. Then we have to calculate. Please remember that हम लोगों का पूरा ध्यान रहना चाहिए टोटल कॉस्ट पे. Now total cost consists of two cost, that is nothing but direct cost and indirect cost. So we have to give attention to the direct as well as indirect cost. Now since crashing का मतलब होता है reduction in time, the direct cost as well as indirect cost is going to change because both are dependent upon the time. मैंने already बताया कि so we will calculate the new direct cost by adding the cost of crashing to the normal cost. As the critical path duration is reduced, other path may also become the critical. ऐसा भी हो सकता है क्योंकि रिडक्शन करने की वजह से जो कैलकुलेशंस होते हैं वो फिर करना होता है एज फार एज द क्रिटिकल पाथ इज कंसर्न. तो जो पहले क्रिटिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं थी वो फिर से क्रिटिकल बन सकती है. दैट मीन्स वी गेट अ पैरेलल क्रिटिकल पाथ. In such cases, we have to reduce the project duration by simultaneously crashing the activities on the parallel critical path. Of course, we are going to see one example जहाँ पे ये सब issues आने वाले हैं, right? So ये चीज़ों की तरफ आप लोगों को ध्यान देना है. I think I missed one point here. We have to again calculate the new direct cost as well as we have to calculate indirect cost also, because indirect cost increases as the time is going to increase. So अगर time को reduce करेंगे हम लोग तो हम लोगों का indirect cost वो भी कम होगा, whereas direct cost हम लोगों का बढ़ जाएगा, right? So we have to give attention to that particular point also. So while crashing, as per above step, one reaches a point when further crashing is either not possible or does not result in the reduction of the project duration, right? So not possible or does not result in the reduction of the project duration, or the total cost is going to increase also. For a different project duration, the total cost is found by adding direct and indirect cost at each step, right? So we will add the direct as well as indirect cost. जब भी हम लोग रिडक्शन करेंगे ये दोनों कैलकुलेशंस करेंगे, एंड देन वी विल कैलकुलेट द total cost. That means we will have a total cost for different project duration, right? So you have to compare these project duration and the cost, and then you will find that after certain stage the total cost again starts increasing. जो कर्व मैंने बताया था, up to certain point it gets reduced and then again total cost increase होना जाता है. That point where the total cost again starts increasing will give you the solution. That means the cost and time at this stage are the optimum cost and optimum project duration, right? So using this method we can obtain the optimum solution to the given network problem, right? So this is nothing but the cost टाइम ट्रेड ऑफ, जहाँ पे हम लोग कॉस्ट एंड टाइम का ट्रेड करते हैं. कहीं कॉस्ट इंक्रीज करके टाइम को रिड्यूस करने की कोशिश करते हैं, एंड अल्टीमेटली वी रीच्ड और वी ट्राई टू ऑब्टेन वन पॉइंट वेयर फर्दर रिडक्शन इज नॉट फिजिबल, नॉट पॉसिबल. क्योंकि नॉट फिजिबल बिकॉज द अगेन द टोटल कॉस्ट इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, या further reduction is not at all possible, right? So this is nothing but the cost time trade-off.